All right, y'all, before we get into this trial, let me give you a quick rundown so you know what's going on. This case centers around a man named Kentrevious Garard. Everything goes back to Christmas night 2022 in Jacksonville, Florida. That night, 13-year-old Prince Holland was shot and killed while riding in a car after football practice. It was one of those cases that really shook the community. A young kid, full of life, gone way too soon. A few months later, police arrested several people, including Kentrevious, saying they were tied to a gang and that this shooting was a part of an ongoing feud. The state's story is that Kentrevious was involved in the shooting. His defense says that's not true, that he wasn't even there and that investigators rushed to connect him to something he didn't do. So, what you're about to see is the full trial, the witnesses, the cross examinations, and all those little moments that can change how a jury sees the case. I'm breaking this down into three parts, y'all, so you can really follow along without having to go dig through clips and summaries like we usually have to do. We're going to watch it together and see how both sides build their story from start to finish. All right, let's get into it. This is the state of Florida versus Kentrevious Garard.
Okay, good evening. Can you please introduce yourself to the jury by name?
Kentrevious Garard.
And I want to ask you a question about Gerard versus Garard. What is your preferred last name pronunciation?
Garard.
Gerard. And Mr. Gerard, how long have I represented you?
Since February 2023.
And when did you tell me that you preferred Gerard?
Over the weekend.
Okay. You're gonna have to lean into. You're very soft spoken. So you can actually move the microphone to your face, or you can hold it. There you go. Does that make you more comfortable?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and just make sure to keep your voice up. I'm not gonna pick on you, but I will remind you if your voice drops low. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that better? Mr. Gerard, how old are you currently?
27 years old.
And have you ever been convicted of a crime?
No, ma'am.
Where did you grow up?
Here in Jacksonville, and my whole dad's side stays in Folsom, Georgia.
Okay. And where were you living in 2022 prior to your arrest in 23?
With my mom.
With your mom. Was that in Jacksonville, Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that the 9210 7th Street address that you have heard everyone talk about?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else lived with you at the 7th Street address?
My two younger brothers.
Okay, and your mom?
Yes, ma'am. My mom, yes, ma'am.
And is your mom here in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
And how old are your two little brothers?
21 and 11.
And were you working prior to your February 2023 arrest?
Yes, ma'am.
What company were you working for?
It was called TMS.
TMS, like Tom, Mike, Sam?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is that an abbreviation for something?
Transportation. I don't know what the MS stands for.
Okay. Did they actually send you an employment letter to engage you with their company? In other words, to like give you specific details about what kind of job you would be working?
Yes, ma'am. They had to for me to get hired.
Okay. And do you remember when they actually hired you?
Like early November. I would say the end of November, early December.
Of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell me, what exactly is TMS? What does it do?
Example, we go to like big events and help with transportations.
Okay. So what would be an example of a kind of big event that you would go to help with transportation?
I would say the All-Star game, and it would be different bus routes. Each person sit at like 8 different bus routes, count the people that get on the bus, what time the bus leave and come, what route they're going to, and that was it.
So basically it would be to like help provide transportation services for things like big sports games or concerts or things like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that the kind of job that would require some sort of travel?
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that you didn't start working for TMS until maybe late November of 2022 or December of 2022. But had you worked previously in a job that would require similar sorts of travel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember what your first bit of travel was for TMS?
I was sent to Lake Placid, New York.
Okay. And when were you sent to Lake Placid, New York?
January 2023.
All right. And you were in Lake Placid, New York. Do you remember how long you were there?
Probably about 2 to 3 weeks.
And then did you have another travel assignment after Lake Placid, New York?
Yes, ma'am.
And where was that to?
Orlando, Florida.
Is that in Orange County, Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you come back to Jacksonville between when you left Lake Placid and when you were assigned to Orlando, Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you were arrested in February of 2023, were you down in Orlando, Florida for work?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you in Orange County, Florida because you were trying to somehow avoid arrest in this case?
No, ma'am. Absolutely not.
When you got down there, did your job put you up in a hotel?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember how long you had been in Orange County before the marshals came to arrest you at work?
Probably about 2 to 3 days.
Okay. And were you actually on your job site when you were arrested?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
You saw your interview that was played earlier in this trial. Were you wearing your work clothes during that interview?
Yes, ma'am. It was a work vest, and I had on a hat because it was hot outside.
Okay.
So
that's not how you would normally dress, how you appear in that?
Not with the hat, but with the work vest.
Okay. When you got arrested by the marshals, did you have like a backpack that contained your personal belongings?
Yes, ma'am.
And in that backpack, did you have more than one cell phone with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any other personal belongings in that backpack?
I had my food that was supposed to be my lunch for that day. My goddad's obituary was in it. Probably like stuff that I would carry around me, toothpaste, toothbrush, a belt, stuff like that.
Like your personal effects,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And you mentioned was it your goddad's obituary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that was located in the backpack that was on you when you were arrested by the marshals?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any idea what happened to that backpack?
No, ma'am. I never got it back. It's not in my property down here either, so I don't know where it is.
Is that one of the first things that you asked me about when you and I very first met?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but still, you have not received the backpack, and as far as you know, it's not in your jail property at the Duval County Jail.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know where it is.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the phones that you had with you. You heard the detectives ask you about them during your interview. Let's start with, tell me how many phones you had in the backpack.
2.
Okay. And the 90, was one of them 90?
That was my phone. Like, that was a phone. That wasn't on me, but that was the phone that I used all the time.
Okay. And then in the backpack, you had 2 other phones.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood. Did any of the phones in the backpack itself have activated plans?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Okay. And was one of them like a straight talk phone or something like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever personally, prior to your arrest, gone down to somewhere like T-Mobile or Verizon and engaged in a cell phone plan that involved like contract, a credit pull, that kind of thing?
No, ma'am. I've always been on my godmother's plan.
Until you went to the straight talk phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And why did you go ahead and get a straight talk?
Well, I knew that her plan was supposed to be ending soon. I honestly didn't know the exact date. I was never told a date. I just know I was supposed to get off her plan soon.
Okay, so did she communicate to you and basically everybody else in the family, I want all you people off of my
Yes, ma'am.
And did she communicate that to you directly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so was the straight talk plan for purposes of making a plan when the T-Mobile was canceled?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And since it did not have an active service, how would you use it?
Can't. Wi-Fi.
And then what about the other phone that was in your bag? Tell me about it.
It was basically backup phones. Say for like, if this phone was to break or I'm not using this phone, I just get on social media with that phone. It wasn't.
And you connect to it by Wi-Fi?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that because you were basically traveling for work and sort of living out of a hotel while you were traveling?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I want to talk to you about December of 2022. At some point in December of 2022, did you learn that the police may be looking for you or at least had some kind of interest in talking to you for some reason?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you remember when you learned of that information?
I remember the exact date. It was December 22nd. A search warrant was served in my mother's house, and I didn't know why.
Okay. And that was December the 22nd of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And where were you at the time?
In Folsom, Georgia, at my dad's house.
And was the serving of the search warrant upsetting to you and your family?
Yes, ma'am, very.
And tell me why. Who was there at the house when the police showed up?
My baby brother.
Overruled. You can answer.
My baby brother.
And how old was your baby brother at the time the police served a search warrant on the house?
Like 9.
And was he there by himself when the police rolled in full SWAT?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel approach.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is it on? I just wanted to make sure the court reporter could hear you. Mr. Garard, at the time that the search warrant was served by police on your mother's house, did you have any idea why they were serving a search warrant on your mother's house?
No, ma'am, not at all.
And were you home at the time?
No, ma'am.
And on December 22nd of 2022, did you have any idea why the police wanted to talk to you?
No, ma'am.
But you did know at that time that they wanted to talk to you for something, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you know that because somebody left a card after the service of the search warrant on your house?
No, ma'am, I was never told that.
Okay. But you did learn that the police wanted to talk to you after the search.
Yes, ma'am.
And so talk to me a little bit about the state has discussed earlier in this trial, they've showed the jury a search on your extraction from your phone, which basically is something to the effect of, can the police track a SIM card or can the police track a phone if the SIM card is out? I'm not quoting directly, I'm just paraphrasing. And I believe that search was done on December the 25th of 2022. Did you do that search?
Yes, ma'am.
And why did you do that?
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I didn't do anything, so I'm not understanding why a search warrant was served to my mother's house.
And at that point in time, Mr. Garard, why did you not just go down to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and say, excuse me, guys, what exactly is it that you want to talk about?
Well, the way I was raised, you just don't voluntarily go talk to police. So, I mean, I guess that's why.
Did the search warrant service scare you?
Yes, ma'am.
And in hindsight, would you do anything differently about that?
Overruled.
You can answer the question, Mr. Garard.
Honestly, I don't know because I'm still scared of the police, so I don't think I would still just voluntarily go talk to them.
So just make sure you kind of have to project, like, you know, real loud when I'm at this podium, and I know that's not your norm, but you have to almost be louder than you normally are so the court reporter can hear you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we want the jury to hear you too, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
At the end of December, around December 30th or so, did you search for an inmate's name on your cell phone?
Yes, ma'am, but I didn't know that was a crime to do that.
Okay, and who did you search for?
Marcel Johnson. I also had a younger cousin that was incarcerated too, who I searched up.
All right. At the time that you searched for Marcel's name over the jail search, did you have any idea what he had been charged with? Or?
No, ma'am, that was the whole reason to be looking it up.
And when you looked it up at the end of December of 2022, what did it show that he had been charged with?
I believe weed, marijuana.
So just a possession of marijuana charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Garard, at some point in time later, did you actually learn that Mr. Johnson had been charged with a homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did you learn that information?
I was in Lake Placid, New York, working.
So would that have been in January of
Yeah.
2023?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did you actually, in January of 2023, read the police report that detailed his charges?
Yes, ma'am.
In that report, was there some kind of a discussion about a blue car?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's kind of back up in time a little bit to December. Do you remember when you traveled to Folkston, Georgia?
Early December sometime.
Do you remember how you got there?
Yes, ma'am. I had a cousin come get me.
Come pick you up?
Yes, ma'am.
And who did you stay with while you were in Folkston, Georgia?
My dad holds side of the family there, so I mean I'm welcome to one of their house. But I was with my dad, and I would go back to my auntie house,
So
back and forth.
you went back and forth from your dad's house to your aunt's house?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that Aunt Tashima Jackson?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have cousins that are Tashima Jackson's children?
Yes, ma'am. 3 of them.
3 cousins?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long has this, your dad, is this your biological dad?
Yes, ma'am.
How long has he lived in Folkston, Georgia?
All his life.
All of your life?
Well, yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so have you been traveling back and forth to see your dad and that family since you were basically born?
Yes, ma'am.
That would not be anything out of the ordinary for you?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Who else is in Folkston other than aunts, your dad? Do you have siblings in Folkston?
Yes, ma'am. 6 of them.
And these are your dad's children with another woman, not your mom?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have, in December of 2022, did you have a biological sister who played high school basketball?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is her name?
Michaela Garard.
And do you remember what grade she was in when she was playing basketball in December of 2022?
I believe she was a senior.
She was a senior that
year. Yes, ma'am.
Was she playing on the varsity team?
Yes, ma'am.
Has she played basketball for a long time?
I want to say it's since she could walk.
Since she could walk?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been going to support her and watch her play basketball since
She could walk.
as long as you could remember?
Yes, ma'am.
She good at basketball?
Very.
And do you remember whether or not she had a game scheduled for December the 8th of 2022?
I was at that game.
Okay, Judge, may I approach the witness?
You may.
Okay, Mr. Garard, I want you to take a look at that and tell me if you recognize it.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that? Does it appear to be a basketball schedule?
Yes, ma'am. From 2022, 2023.
And what is the team referenced at the top of the schedule?
It just says Chalk County 2023 schedule.
Okay. Do you recognize that to be your
Say,
sister's
okay.
basketball schedule?
Yes, ma'am. I'm varsity girls.
And she played varsity girls in December of 22.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I would move that into evidence as defense 3 at this time.
Any objection? All right, we'll receive it into evidence.
Now, Mr. Garard, did she also have well, first of all, was this like tournament play?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did she also have a game December the 3rd?
Yes, ma'am.
And why did you not have plans to go to her game December the 3rd?
I was with my girlfriend. I had plans to spend time with her that weekend.
Okay, and we'll get back to that in a minute. With respect to the December 8th game, you attended that game?
Yes, ma'am.
Did any of your other family attend that game with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it like a lot of family or just a couple of people?
It's a lot of us, so I guess you can say it was a lot of people.
Now, did that sister of yours, did she go on to play college basketball?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you go to all of her home games other than that December 3rd game that she had in tournament play in December?
Yes, I did.
And what was the last game that you went to in December?
December 16th.
Did you go to any games on December the 22nd?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And is that the last time you saw her play?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been able to, did she go on to play college basketball?
Yes, she did.
Have you been able to see her play any of her college basketball games?
No, ma'am.
Has she since graduated?
High school and college.
And you were not there for that?
No, ma'am.
Did you end up staying in Folkston through the holidays?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you go from Folkston?
To work?
In Lake Placid, New York?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, may I approach the witness?
You may.
I'm just going to put that. Now, Mr. Garard, I want to talk to you about how you know some of the people that the jury has heard about, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to start with Marcel Johnson. Do you know Marcel Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you two go to high school together?
No, ma'am. I'm older than him.
You're older than he is?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know by how much?
Like 3 or 4 years.
Did you, quote, grow up together or grow up in the same neighborhood together?
No, ma'am. I met him in 2019.
Okay. Now, with respect to 2019 to December of 2022, at some point in time, do you start sort of growing apart from your friendship with Marcel Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
And when do you think that started?
I would say late 2021, something like that.
Late 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And why do you think you sort of started growing apart?
And he his own man, I'm my own man. We just don't agree on a lot of stuff.
Did you say you don't agree on a lot of stuff?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I'm going to press you a little bit on that. Was Mr. Johnson doing things that you did not agree with?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he selling drugs, for instance?
He sold weed, yes, ma'am.
Were you doing that kind of thing?
No, ma'am.
What were you doing for money?
Working. I've been working since I was 16.
What other kinds of things was Mr. Johnson doing that you didn't agree with?
We didn't have all the same friends. Some of his friends wasn't my friends. Some of my friends wasn't his friends.
Okay. And then further in November of 2022, did something happen that caused your relationship to be just even a little more distant?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that?
My birthday.
And to be clear, when I say a little more distant, like you didn't have a big blow up confrontation or anything.
No, man, it wasn't nothing like that. We just wasn't as close as we were.
Was your birthday in November of 2022?
Yes, ma'am. It's November 6th.
Yours is November the 6th?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said that, quote, your birthday caused you to grow a little more distant. What specifically about your birthday?
He ain't acknowledged it. He ain't.
He didn't acknowledge it.
No, ma'am.
Meaning like he didn't call you?
No, ma'am, nothing.
He didn't wish you a happy birthday?
Not that I remember.
And did he make any kind of effort to spend time with you or hang out with you on your birthday?
No, ma'am.
Did that upset you?
Yes, it did.
Now, you still saw him and did you still see him and hang out with him?
Yes, ma'am. We were still cordial.
Play video games with him sometimes?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he still come to your house?
Yes, ma'am.
Did Mr. Johnson so you mentioned your birthday early November. Do you know when Emmanuel Pringle's birthday is in November?
It's the same month as my, November 30th.
November 30th?
Yes, ma'am.
And on November the 30th, did Mr. Johnson give you a ride to Mr. Pringle's house on Mr. Pringle's birthday?
Yes, ma'am. We went to go celebrate his birthday because he was on house arrest, so he couldn't leave the house.
Okay, so that's why you went to his house.
Yes, ma'am.
And how did Mr. Johnson give you a ride? In other words, what did he pick you up in?
Oh, his grandmother's car.
And is that a blue Kia?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, is Marcel Johnson a rapper? And when I say rapper, I mean someone who posts his music on platforms like YouTube, Triller, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a rapper?
No, ma'am.
What do you do to financially support yourself?
Work.
Now, this jury has heard a lot about Marcel Johnson's disputes with Jalen Burroughs and Marquise Holloway. And they've heard a lot about Kobe Johnson's disputes with Jalen Burroughs and Marquise Holloway. Do you have anything to do with any of those prior incidents?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
Were you involved in a single solitary one of them?
No, ma'am.
Were you in high school with Kobe Johnson when he first got into a fight with Marquise and Jalen?
No, I probably hadn't graduated by then.
And did you even know anything about it?
No, ma'am.
And with respect to the discussion of the barbershop shooting where Mr. Johnson was shot, were you injured? Did you have anything to do with that?
No, ma'am, I was not injured. I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Do you have any single reason to have a disagreement with Jalen Burroughs?
I honestly don't even know him. My first time seeing him is when he came up here last week to testify.
You had never seen him before that time?
No, ma'am, ever in my life.
And did you have any single solitary reason to have a disagreement with a Marquise Holloway?
No, ma'am, I don't know him either.
Never seen him before?
No, ma'am.
During your interview that was conducted by Detective Mittling and Detective Johnston, they show you several photographs and ask you if you know those people. Were some of those, do you know whether or not those photographs were even Jalen Burroughs or Marquise Holloway?
I don't know them, so I couldn't tell you. Again, my first time seeing Jalen was when he came up here to testify.
Did you have any idea what kind of vehicle they drove?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever follow them on social media?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever comment on their pages?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever post anything about them?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Garard, have you spoken to Marcel Johnson since you have been arrested?
No, ma'am.